My name is Tori, this is Novel Life, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I am completely exposing myself, okay? I'm exposing myself to all the books that I still have not read. Now, we all know that a lot of people's reading is swayed by book talk, okay? And I have yet to read some of what I feel are the most popular book talk books, like, throughout the years, okay? I have read a lot of them, don't get me wrong. Like, Anna Huang, I've read most of her books. Ali Hazelwood, I've read some of her books. Emily Henry, I've read some of her books. Now, Colleen Hoover, I've also read some of her books, but not all of them. So what I did is I just searched like popular book talk books, and I made a list of the ones that I still have not read. And some of these have literally been on my TBR for years, and I just haven't picked them up. I just haven't had the desire. I haven't had like the need to be like, yes, I need to pick them up. Even though I see them all over book talk, I'm like, you know what? No, I don't need to pick them up. I did think this would just be a really fun video for you guys, so like I said, we're just going to talk about all the books that I still have not read and why I have not read them. So the first book that I have is Verity by Colleen Hoover. I know. Okay, listen, I have this special edition. I ran to Barnes & Noble to get it because it's signed and it has like a little book plate on it. Like, I ran to get this special edition, right? And I have yet to read it. And this came out, I think, in 2023. Yeah, I think in 2023. I still have yet to read it. I know this is very different from her other romance books, and I know there's like a wild twist. People are like shocked by it, and I just haven't had the pull to pick it up. I was supposed to buddy read it, and I feel so bad that I never did. But it's just like, I just don't have this pull to it. I don't know. Like, I've seen, not necessarily spoilers. Surprised it actually hasn't been spoiled to me. But I literally just, I don't know anything about this book other than like it has to do something with her kids. You know, what scares me is that like it says Verity delivers the grand slam of thriller twists. Thrillers make me anxious. It just makes my anxiety like on high because I'm like, what's happening? Why is this happening? Who did this? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I can read that type of book like all the time. So this is one that is still on my TBR. It is still on my shelf. It's within reach. You would like to see me read it, let me know. Maybe I'll do like a full dedicated reading vlog to like some of these books. But I know that this is like a big plot twist one for a lot of people for Colleen Hoover, and I still just haven't picked it up. I just haven't picked it up. The next one I don't think is a romance at all, and I think it's more of just like a literary fiction book, and that is Normal People by Sally Rooney. I have heard so many good things about Sally Rooney's books. I just feel like a lot of people connect with them, and it gives me the same vibe of The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I read that book back in 2020. It's one of my favorite books of all time. I loved the experience I had by reading this book, and that's more of like a literary fiction type book, definitely heavy in the fiction. And I'm like, but why haven't I picked up Sally Rooney? I feel like they're both very similar. So like, maybe 2024 is the year I pick it up. I actually don't know anything about this book. I've heard that she does write a lot about like relatability as like someone in their 20s and 30s, just like telling a story of like someone that you can relate to, which is what I felt reading The Midnight Library. I don't know. Like I said, I don't even know some of these books. I don't even know what they're about, but like I just see Sally Rooney everywhere, and I feel like so many people are like, yeah, I love Sally Rooney. She's one of my favorites. I love Sally Rooney. Oh, I love this book by her, and I just haven't read any of them. So the next book is one that's actually kind of embarrassing that I'm saying this, and that is King of Pride by Anna Huang. I have read almost every single book by Anna Huang. I've read her Twisted series. I've read all of the books except this one in the Kings of Sin series. I haven't read like her super backlist books yet, but like I would say that I'm a fan of Anna Huang, okay? And I feel that I'm a fake fan because I haven't read King of Pride, which Kai is some people's absolute favorite hero in this series so far. I know she's still writing them. But I'm just like, yeah, I still haven't read it. I totally skipped this book. And to be fair, I read the first couple chapters and I was like, not feeling a billionaire romance. I wasn't feeling the female character. She was very like independent, loud and stuff like that. And sometimes like I'm not in the mood to have that. I like a really aggressive alpha billionaire hero. And Kai just doesn't like hit me as that kind of hero right at the beginning. So like I didn't even like count it as a DNF. I read like 3 chapters and I just put the Kindle book down. So I think I put this on my 24 books to read in 2024. I need to read this book because I feel like I'm a fake fan, considering I like talk about Anna Huang a lot and I absolutely love her books. So I literally feel like a fake fan, but I know that she on Book Talk, Twisted Love is all over Book Talk. I did read that book. I absolutely really loved it. Now, it's funny to me that my brother, who is 17, will come to me and be like, hey, my girlfriend, she really wants to read Twisted Love. Have you read that? And I'm like, yes and no. As a 17-year-old, she should not be reading that book, okay? That is too spicy, too much for a 17-year-old. So I'm like, if my brother and his girlfriend have seen this around TikTok and seen Anna Huang around TikTok, that's saying something that I need to get caught up with her books. But I'm kind of embarrassed to say that because I do say that I'm a big fan of Anna Huang, and yet I haven't read one of her most popular books. Now, the next one I don't know anything about, but I've been seeing it around, and the only reason why I'm like interested in picking it up is because I've seen people's reactions, okay? And that is A Little Life by Hanya. Oh, I am going to butcher the last name. I'm not going to try it. The cover is interesting. The facial expression of the character on the front of the book kind of scares me because every reaction I've seen on Book Talk is literally people sobbing and crying and just having like these extreme emotional reactions to the book. I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I'm actually ready to sit down and be like emotionally destroyed like all of these people. I literally don't know what's it about. I'm assuming it's just fiction. I don't know what genre. I don't know what it deals with. I don't even know. Like, I think it's just like a fictional story of someone's life. I literally have no idea. But seeing people's reaction is making me want to pick it up. Not gonna lie. So that's one that like I wish I could talk more about. But I've literally only seen people hold up that book and then cry. And I'm like, okay, but why? But why? Why? So that's another one. Now, I do have a lot of romance books that I have not read yet. And that I think that's the rest of them. Another one is Den of Vipers. Okay, I forgot the author's name, but the picture's up here. Den of Vipers was one when I first got on Book Talk back in like 2020. I was like, I finally caved and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it, right? This was one of the first Why Choose books that I saw that people were going bananas over. They were like, this is unhinged, this is wild, this is bananas, and I'm loving it. And I'm like, okay. Now, I wasn't into Why Choose. I've only read very few Why Choose romances that I personally really enjoyed. Only because I'm just someone, I stick to like one of the main male characters and I'm like, no, I want her to be with only that one. So like all the ones I've read are fun, but they're not like my favorites. So I'm like, okay, do I need to read this book? Because I love dark romance. I'm a big dark romance lover. I do know that this is a super dark romance. There's something about a knife and a sex scene and the hilt of the knife. That's all I know. And I'm like, I'm intrigued, but I'm kind of scared. I'm like, how unhinged is this going to be? This is another one that I'm tempted to just do a dedicated reading vlog to and just, not have any expectations. Just go into it thinking it's going to be a wild ride and see what it's all about, okay? Just see what it's all about. So the next books I want to talk about are actually two books. It is two books by Emily Henry, and that is People We Meet on Vacation and Beach Read. So I am someone who I jumped on the Emily Henry train later. So I read Happy Place in 2023 and I read Book Lovers back in 2022. Maybe it was early 2023. I really enjoyed both of those books. I loved the love story. I loved the contemporary romance. And I don't know, I had a great time with it. And all the people that have previously read Emily Henry, who read People We Meet on Vacation and Beach Read, they said that they did not like Book Lovers and Happy Place. So I'm like, okay, maybe am I in the minority? Like, am I not going to like Beach Read and People We Meet on Vacation? Because I liked Happy Place and Book Lovers so much, I'm like, maybe I just won't even like People Meet on Vacation and Beach Read. So like, why even read it? Why even read it? If you've read all four of her books, let me know your favorite in the comments down below because that will definitely help me pick up maybe Beach Read or People We Meet on Vacation. Because I'm interested because so many of my friends say that they do enjoy those first two books, but because I love the last two, I'm like, do I even need to go back? Like, do I even need to read those? Who knows? Another super popular author on Book Talk is Ali Hazelwood, and I have to read Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. People say that Check and Mate is another book that people really love. So between these two, I don't know if I'm going to read it, okay? Because my friend actually got this signed for me. There was an event in, I think, Kentucky maybe, where my friend had it signed to me, which I thought, oh my god, that's so sweet. I don't know. I don't have any desire to pick this up right now because while I loved The Love Hypothesis, I really enjoyed that book. It was a great read. I've read Love Theoretically, and I just felt like it wasn't the best for me. I don't know if her contemporary romances, whether they're hit or miss for me. So that's why I'm tentative to pick up Love on the Brain, and that's really why I haven't. I did just read Bride by Ali Hazelwood, and I did enjoy that book. And while that is like her paranormal series, I'll give that series more of a try. Now, I will say that Check and Mate supposedly is more YA romance and that people thought it was absolutely adorable. So I do sometimes love a good YA romance, especially during the summer. So maybe, who knows, I'll pick up Check and Mate and see if that's like doing it for me. And if I enjoy that, then maybe I'll pick up Love on the Brain. But I do know Allie Hazelwood is a beloved author on Book Talk. While I do enjoy her writing, I just haven't had the desire to pick up some of those other books by her. The last book I want to talk about is The Summer I Turned Pretty. I have been seeing these books all over Barnes & Noble since the TV show came out. And I am someone who, if a TV show is going to come out that's based on a book, then I want to actually read the book first. I did this with Daisy Jones and the Six. I read the book and then watched the TV show. I did that with Outlander. I read some of the books after I figured out that the TV show is based on books. I really, like Bridgerton, I like to read the books before I watch the TV show. So, I don't know, I feel conflicted. Like, you can let me know, can I just watch the TV show and not read the books? Like, am I missing out? Or do I need to read the books before I read the TV show? Because it's been on my, like, to-watch list for a while now, because I've heard some of my friends say that they really love the TV show, but I'm like, do I need to read the book first? I feel conflicted, and then I just never get around to reading the book, which in turn makes me never get around to watching the TV show. You know, it's a vicious cycle, you know, it's just how it goes. Never-ending TBR, never-ending watch list, okay? But that is one that I'm interested in because I've heard that it's messy and angsty. So I've heard a lot of good things about the TV show and the books. Just let me know if I need to read the books first, or can I just watch the TV show? Can I just watch it? But this was just a really fun video where I am completely exposing myself about all the books that I have not read, especially the more popular ones all around Book Talk. So you can let me know a popular Book Talk book that you have not read yet. I would love to know in the comments down below. For the emoji, drop me a planet emoji. Like, drop me the Earth emoji. I don't know why. The back of Love on the Brain has a planet. So I was like, drop me the Earth emoji in the comments down below. That's what we're going with. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content for me. As always, I hope you're living a novel life, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.